It's a little better one right there.
Hey guys, Johnny Jenkins here. We've got an awesome question from a viewer today, and he wants to know, do I fish an Alabama rig? And if I do, why or why not? So let me go ahead and start out by saying that there are certain tournament tournament circuits that have banned Alabama rigs. BASS was the first one to do it, and I think FLW now has it banned. And I'm going to put it simply like this. There are times when an Alabama rig outfishes other stuff. There's certain times of the year, certain situations, and there's certain times when you could throw and there's a lot of times actually, where you could throw an Alabama rig and you get some bites, but it's not going to win you a tournament. And then there's other times where it's just like any technique, you're not going to catch any fish. I mean, it's not magic, okay? If I had to say there's one technique that kind of is magic, it's worm fishing. It's just standard worm fishing. You know, that's the go-to so much of the time to catch fish. So an Alabama rig isn't going to replace all the rods and techniques you got in the boat for sure. It's not going to work all the time. It's an interesting way to fish, and I fish it. I've got one tied on right now, and I've been just throwing it around, just testing it out today, this new one that I've got. And I'm going to tell you, I like it because it's a technique that targets fish that you can't easily target with a lot of other techniques, most other techniques, and that's suspended fish. It really is good in the cold water and suspended fish. So, you know, it's just one of those techniques I'm going to have tied on because it's fun to do. It's a little bit different. Even if tournaments outlaw it, even if all the tournaments I was to fish outlaw it, I'd probably have a couple in the boat just for fun, and I'd throw them from time to time. Of course, not in the tournament. Maybe pre-fish, you can do that. And fun fishing, I'd do it. So, and it could be a good way to find fish and just know if they're there and then try other techniques to catch them. For me, I know a lot of guys don't like to do it because the hooks will get on the fish and you'll have multiple hooks in a fish. And, you know, I applaud you guys to saying that's not how I'm going to fish because I don't like what's happening to the fish. I applaud that. I think that's a really good thing. But me personally, I can catch 10 fish in a row, and if they've got multiple hooks in them, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to feel that bad. I'm not. I think maybe because I've spent so many days out here grinding, spending money trying to catch these green fish. I mean, within reason. I mean, I don't like tearing fish eyes out with hooks and stuff, but, you know, it's just one of those things. I have such a joy of catching fish. You know, the fish, they heal up, and you can say what you want, and you can have your viewpoint, and I applaud anyone that wants to lay down the rod and not fish that technique and not waste the money, because it is an expensive technique to get started in. I applaud you. But for me, I'm going to have one tied on a lot of the times, and I'm going to throw it a lot of the time, and I'm going to catch fish with it. So if there's a tournament when it's allowed, you can bet that I'm probably going to have it tied on somewhere. And it may not work, but it might. So it's a decision for you to make. I've made mine, and I'm going to continue fishing it for sure. So if you enjoyed this video, this has been Johnny Jenkins. If you've got some awesome questions, tips, techniques, strategies, anything like that, leave them down in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer them. If you like these kind of videos, please share to your friends and like the video. We're trying to get the fan base up. So share, do all that good stuff, all social media, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.